Yo guys, welcome back to another trading recap. So today we were actually able to find a pretty good setup, and we took it. So we took two trades today actually. One of them, we ended up getting stopped out on our first one. Both of them were longs, but the first one, I just entered a little too early. So yeah, I don't have the first one marked out. I think it's on here yet. Okay, this was the first one. I don't know why I didn't mark it out on the micro though. Uh, Wait, let me just see. Yeah, we can just mark it out here. It's like, I don't know, we got filled like this. Um, Where's right here? Okay. Okay, so yeah, these are the two trays we took. So it's a pretty simple setup here. Let me just delete these. Okay, so yeah, coming into market open, obviously I recognize like, we don't have any news. It was only 8:30 a.m. double orange folders, but nothing's, that's nothing really special. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess overall they were bearish, but they're only orange folders, so I didn't really, I that really did not affect my bias at all, if I'm gonna just be honest. So did not affect my bias. I saw, okay, boom, we got London low here, we got this liquidity, and then we got a daily low, right? Along with that, we've also are kind of in the making of an SMT here. We already took out this low in pre-market on NQ. On ES, we actually never end up taking it out in general, but yeah, this is London low on ES. We already took this out on NQ, never ended up taking it out on ES, right? Wait, yeah, we never ended up taking it out on ES. Look at ES, by the way. I'm so happy. Like, I don't know why we would have traded on ES, but I'm just happy we took it on NQ. But anyways, yeah, we made the SMT, right? Off of okay, yeah, so we had this SMT, right? Okay, so I'm like, okay, longs look good for NQ. Another thing I saw is, we could have made an hourly SMT here. We didn't quite take this out yet on NQ, as you can see, we're like down here. But on ES, we already took out this high here. But we gotta low-key look at the most recent one, and this is the most recent one. So, I had that in the back of my mind because it could have still, shorted up, or it could have still dumped off that. We don't know for sure, but you know, I was, bullish, so it kind of just helped me out. And then market opens, boom, we take out London session low right here. This isn't London session low. This is. I don't know why this isn't there. There we go. Hold on. Okay. Oh wait, no. This is London session low. I'm sorry. I forgot. Okay. Yeah. So we have the SMT here, right? And then market opens off of this candle. As soon as we open, boom, we dump down to um London session low, right? And we start coming up, and I'm like, okay, that's a good reaction. And then ES as well. We made an SMT at this low again. So on the 5-minute time frame, another SMT divergence. So I kind of just enter here off of just this break of structure. We never got a 5-minute. We should have waited for our 5-minute retrace, although we never you know yeah, we didn't retrace into anything, man. I mean, I drew out equilibrium right here, right? We didn't even hit it. So it was pretty stupid, honestly. We didn't have a retrace into anything this time. Um and yeah, I just entered off a 1-minute break. So, we just need to actually wait for like price has to actually retrace into something for us to, for it to be a retrace. So yeah, we should have just waited, but whatever. I got stopped out, minus 200 bucks on that trade. Um, and yeah, I mean, you can literally tell, bro. I literally risked 200 because I wasn't confident in the trade. So I don't know why we took that. A little bit of a forced trade, but then, obviously I regrouped. I was like, okay, whatever. We took a stupid trade, but whatever, man. I mean, what can we do now? We have to lock back in, right? So then I waited, and then boom, we had this big down movement. I look on ES. Okay, we're still hesitating. And then what do we get? This is our 5-minute retrace right here. We also take out this low, okay? We retrace on the 5-minute after we swept London low to take out another low, right? This low here. And then we also get something else. We make an SMT here as well. Make another 1-minute SMT 4NQ, right? So then the last thing is I just need some confirmation, right? So the last thing I wanted to see is not only a breakup structure, but I also wanted to see this gap get inversed here on the 1-minute. And then boom, off of this candle, we get both a 1-minute break. I wanted to see both, but I saw this low get formed. I was like, okay, I'm not just going to enter off a break here. I need to see the gap also get inversed. So gap got inversed off of this candle, and we got a break. So then boom, we entered. And yeah, that was our trade right there. Stop loss right here. Originally, I was going to have it all the way down here, but then that's kind of us saying that we're going to retrace again. So then I just decided to have it here because, like I said, like I wasn't expecting another retrace because we already had a retrace, right? I said this yesterday too, so I'm just like, just realized I'm repeating myself, but it's fine. But we already had a retrace, so we don't need another one. So we shouldn't have our stop loss here. You know, kind of just a random point. I'm not gonna lie. We also, could have had it at, just the, what's it called, the 5-minute retrace wick, but I just decided to keep it here. Yeah. And then what else was this? Was something. Oh yeah, this was also the 5-minute low. That's why, as you can see, the 5-minute candle low. If this candle, like, this is a stupid hypothetical, but if this candle, like, wasn't here or something, then we probably would have just set it here. But the fact that this was, a 5-minute wick, I was like, okay, let's chill. And technically it did not quite form yet, but we were all the way up here. I was like, okay, this is probably going to be the low. If our trade is valid, this should be the low, okay? That's what I was thinking. So, yeah, we had our retrace, bang, break structure, inverse gap, entered there, and then, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. This was my break-even point right here. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little scared, so I wanted a break-even point. This isn't bad. This is like our open high. This is the highest market's been, so, that wasn't, definitely wasn't like a bad thing to do, but I don't know. We probably shouldn't move our stops until we actually hit take profit one, and this was take profit one right here. I just drew this out to like, see like, okay, low resistance, but our real take profit one was here. We took off, we entered with 10 contracts, took off 5 since we're trading with the trend this time, the hourly trend. We're kind of moving sideways right now, but obviously still overall on the daily, on the hourly, we're still in an uptrend. So we're trading with the trend, so we only need to take 50% off. And then I just took everything off here because I don't know, I didn't really like how price was moving that much. Like, I don't know, like, just look at this. Like, we're kind of just like moving sideways here, and then okay, we finally took it out. This would have been my final one here. If this hits, I guess we would have got an extra like $100, but I was fine to take everything off here. And like I said, after TP1, we can kind of just choose how much we take off. Well, obviously, we could also take off 100% at take profit one if we really wanted to, but I was confident that we were going to take out the London session high. So this would have honestly been emotional taking off everything here because I did not think we were going to reverse off of this high here, but it's still a good, still good, as you can see on the hourly. It's still really good, low resistance because this is an hourly high. So still a good take profit, but I was really, really thinking like, okay, we're probably not going to reverse off this and we'll at least hit this here. So yeah, that's what happened. ES is just moving sideways the whole entire time while NQ is moving up. So, I mean, we'll take it, but I don't know what ES is doing. But, I mean, the SMTs were for NQ, so, I guess it makes sense that NQ is kind of catching up in a sense. I mean, for the high time frame analysis, we didn't really have anything special here. Obviously, we're reacting off this daily gap on ES. I saw like, okay, this daily low is a fair value gap. We also have, this low resistance liquidity here. Shorts on ES, maybe they could happen, but obviously, like, we're really setting up for long. So I was just like, yeah, okay. Today we'll long. This is the first long we've taken on the XFA, by the way. So, finally we took a long. But, um, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying. But, yeah, so the only emotions, the really strong emotion points we felt was definitely this here. I was scared, like, okay, let's move it to break even. You know, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's fine to move it to break even whenever we want, but we have to just accept the fact that we might get stopped at break even and then we're gonna reverse back up. So, like, technically it's fine, but like, like also, bro. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, like, we had this 1 minute, we also broke off of it, and then we hit this high here, so I was kind of just like, break even is probably okay. But yeah, the reason I was probably emotional, a little emotional there is because obviously this is the fifth day, our fifth winning day, so now we could take a payout technically, like a $6,000 payout. It only took us a week to get that, so that's kind of insane if you think about it. Um, but I mean, I knew this was, long time coming. It's nothing special. I'm not even like too happy, I guess. I mean, it's like good, obviously we're a step in the right direction, but I don't know, man. I'm just like, whatever, bro. Like, we're still not profitable even after the 6K payout. So, but we do low key need money. So I'm not gonna lie. Like, our bank account, bro. We're not drained, but we were definitely low. So I don't know. I'm about to talk about that in a second. More about the payout in a second. And yeah, the other emotion, I was definitely getting um I mean, we took off take profit one, and then we moved our stops to break, well, kept our stops to break even. But I was definitely feeling emotions when we were kind of just edging session high here, and especially, bro, especially when we made an equal high. I mean, like, I was like, yeah, there's no way we're not taking this out. But on the 1 minute, bro, we made an equal high with session high on NQ. I was like, no way, bro, just take us out of the trade, man. Um, and yeah, I mean, we got out, so. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I was feeling like, oh no, are we gonna hit? Are we gonna hit? I really hope we don't come down here, But I wasn't gonna move my stop loss. I wasn't gonna exit early, so I guess it's fine. It's kind of natural almost to feel that way. As long as we just don't act on our emotions. I think I said that before. You know, it's kind of impossible to not feel emotional, but it's really just acting on your emotions versus not acting. So we just have to not act on them. And I'm really happy with myself. We took that first loss, but we regrouped. We realized like, okay, it's probably a mistake, but it's all good. And yeah, I just accepted. The second trade here, if we got stopped out, would have been done for the day. Would have been honestly a pretty bad losing day. We would have been down like 650 on the day, but it's whatever. I would have just shrugged it off. We would have still been up on the week even after that. How much we would have? So if we were down, we would have still been up. That would have, yeah. Okay. We would have still been up right around like 1,000 on the week. So in real money, we would have been up like 2K on the week. So like, bro, you know, we would have been chilling, and we would have been up even less. I mean, we would have been down even less if we didn't take that first trade and just this trade got stopped out. But who know? Like these are like hypotheticals like that are just tough with trading because like price, like it's just so weird. Like you can't really make hypotheticals like that. Because, like, who knows what would have, if we got stopped out, would we have been able to take a different trade? Like, I don't know. And also, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, how would we have got stopped out? Because price is moving this, like, I don't really know how to say it, but just like hypotheticals like that just don't really like make sense to me. So like I can't really say it, but let's just say we lost today in general. Let's just say we lost. That's a realistic hypothetical. We could have totally lost, got emotional. Um, lost the second trade. I don't know, maybe we shorted here for some reason. We lost the second trade, I would have hopped off the charts. So, yeah, but yeah, we're up a little over 2,400 on all the accounts. We're really close to 2,500. Um, so yeah, that's a 6K payout if we take a max payout. So, Yeah, that's the thing. I want to take a payout now to make sure, because we do have a decent amount, but wow, okay, look at this candle. We might actually hit this. Um, but yeah, I want to take a payout now because I want to make sure, like, I want to make sure that it gets approved. Like I said, my friend had some problems. It really sucks for him, but I want to make sure it actually gets approved before I keep trading, you know? But the other thing is if we took it out, then we would only have like 1500, and I'm pretty sure we would be fine with just that, but at the same time, like I don't know, bro. I don't know if we should take it now or just wait until, 4K in the account and then we can just take it and try it. But I don't really know, but also I need to wait for my I'm not even gonna say that, bro, but yeah, we'll see what happens and I'll see you guys whenever we make another trade. And then next trade recap, I'll kind of just update you guys on what we did with the payout and whatnot. But yeah, we've been doing good, so we just need to keep up. Seriously, bro, just keep up what we're doing. Um, like I kind of, was thinking about this yesterday. Like just because if we get a payout, if we get eligible for payout, if we take the payout, we can't switch anything up. Like one payout isn't gonna do anything. We need to keep constantly, consistently getting paid out every month to make a living off of this. So, like I'm happy. Like obviously our strategy's working. We're taking steps in the right direction because we got the payout. But yeah, we gotta keep doing what we're doing. Like we can't just slack off now that we got the payout. Like we can, lay back. Like oh, I can skip the gym. I can skip a run. I don't even know. I can doom scroll on TikTok. I can be unproductive in my day to day because we got the payout now. No, bro. If anything, we got to push even harder now. I don't really know how much, like, how we would push harder, but as long as we keep doing what we're doing, we'll be fine. Like I said, though, we can't just lay back, and I'm not gonna lay back, but just telling myself this, like, we can't just, like, not go to the gym as much, or not that I would ever do that, but seriously, like, that's stuff we cannot do, okay? We just got to keep doing what we're doing outside of trading and inside of trading, and we'll just continue to be successful. So yeah, I'll kind of just decide, what we're doing with the payout later. We have the whole weekend to decide. So yeah, good day today. I don't know if I said how much we're up. My bad. We lost 200 from that first trade. And then this first take profit, when we took half off, we pretty much got everything back. We were up like 20 bucks. And then we took everything off here and we were up now we're up 529 on the day. So good day, bro. $500 day. That's pretty good, man. That's actually like that's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like could have been a $700 day if we didn't take that first trade, but it's chill. $500 day is definitely good, I'm happy with that. Even yesterday, $200 day, it's fine. Winning days, bro. We take the winning days. So yeah. I'll see you guys I don't know. I'll see you guys. Oh, whenever we make another trade, probably will be next week. Let's check Monday, bro. No news Monday. Okay, we gotta watch out for that. Like, if there's no trade, there's no trade. Like to this Monday, we forced out that trade. We lost 170. But bro, if there's no trade on Monday, there's no trade. Okay. And Tuesday we have news. Like every other day we have news. So we should be able to catch a couple, if not a few trades next week. We have NFP. Um. I think this is NFP on Wednesday. We have a lot of news on Wednesday. Also FOMC. We have 8:30 news. That's good on Friday, Thursday. And then oh, this is NF wait. Is ADP NFP or no? I don't even know. I don't know. I need to figure that out. So Friday, yeah, I can ask ChatGPT because I know that NFP is the one that's bad. Non-farm payrolls. Wait, what it Wait, when was the last NFP day? I want to actually find this out, bro. Because is that I don't think that's what it's called. I think it's non-farm employment change. Is that NFP? I need to figure out which one is which. Like seriously, this is important by the way. I just want to know so we can be prepared like okay, you know, this is this day has this news. Okay, non-farm employment change is NFP, and then ADP is not NFP. Okay, good to know. So non-farm employment change, we do have that next week. Um, yeah, I really um it's on Wednesday or no, it's on Friday. Okay, it's a Friday. All right, bet. So yeah, I'll see you guys whenever we make another trade, which will probably be next week. Also, one last thing. The only reason I want to take a payout, it's not to secure money. Truly, I'm not lying. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You know, maybe a little bit. You know, I want to secure a little money, but you know, I'm not gonna lie to myself. I'm gonna just be straight up. It's not really to secure money. It's not because I'm scared my strategy's not gonna work all of a sudden, or that I'm gonna get emotional and blow everything. You know, maybe like a tiny, tiny bit of everything, of all of those, because you know, I don't know. It's impossible not to feel that way, but the real reason is truly because I really want to make sure that it gets approved. Like, I don't want to waste time, you know? Like, if we trade up to 10K and then it just doesn't get approved. So, you know what I'm saying? That's like the really the only reason. I'm pretty really paranoid. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm really paranoid that it might get declined. So, I don't know, bro, if we should just take it now or I don't know. I really don't know. So I'll see you guys whenever we make another trade and I'll update you on my payout situation. Maybe I'll even make a video on Saturday if we get a pay. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see you guys though.